All right. Well, how is everybody doing?
Good.
All right, let's try that again. That was pretty weak. How's everybody doing? Yeah! All right, that's what I'm talking about. Let's get a little energy in here. Well, thanks everybody for coming. I'm really excited. Hopefully everybody can tell. Hope you're excited because, believe it or not, this is actually the 8th one of these that we've done in San Francisco. As I told some of you, we just started with very humble beginnings. We were doing this out of my apartment, which was frankly not even the size of this room. And there were a couple of us that were here that first time, and we were for that. You know, it was a totally different feel. Like nobody knew where this was going to go, if it was going to go anywhere at all. And I'm really glad to say that it's actually gone somewhere that's kind of blown me away. So this is the 8th one that we've done in San Francisco, but it's actually the 16th that we've done. I was going to say nationwide, but that's not even true because we have them going in Canada too. So we have this event going in 7 cities in the U.S. and Canada, and really what I think has happened is that people have realized that the format is a really great way to get ideas out there that you are passionate about working on, passionate about getting other people excited about, and you know, whether you're trying to find somebody else to help you work on that, whether you're just trying to get some feedback, whether you're trying to build supporters for whatever it is you're doing. All those things are really at the core of what IdeaKick is all about, and so hopefully that's what we're going to get a lot of that tonight. So I'm just going to give you a little bit of background here. First of all, if you had a beer here, as I said, it was Mexican night, and typically in the past we had actually had a beer sponsor for this, which was Trimmer Pills, which is right over in Berkeley. Unfortunately, for whatever reason, we couldn't get that tonight. So tonight's event is actually sponsored by one of my other companies called Started By. So very briefly, Started By is an online idea incubator. And it kind of in many ways fits with IdeaKick. You use it to find co-founders, build supporters, and get feedback for any idea that you have. So after you are done here tonight, if you want to, you can actually set up your idea on Started By. We will provide all the videos from IdeaKick, and there's actually a place to put that in as well. And it's a great way, in an online sense, to kind of continue what we've started here tonight. So that's just a little bit about that. And so let me give you a little bit of sense of sort of how this has gone in the past. Believe it or not, we've actually had a few success stories that come out of IdeaKick already. Going back to this was the second one that we did, there were a couple presentations. One of them was by a guy that's actually working with us now. His name's Justin Wilcox, for any of you that might have met Justin. Justin was living up in Seattle for a little while, has since moved down to the Bay Area, and he has gone out and actually created the very idea that he pitched at IdeakickSF 2. So this is not without precedent that something that you hear in this room tonight, and it's going to take place right about where I'm standing, it's not to say that this can't actually turn into something real. That really is the objective, and that's certainly what I hope everybody is enthusiastic about. So that was one example. There was another guy who actually was at that same event who his company, he had already been working on it a little bit, but he got a feature article in USA Today and got a lot of traction out of that. And as far as I understand, they're still growing at a pretty rapid clip. That company's called Bonvoy. It's a Facebook app for planning and booking group travel, if anybody uses that. So really what the purpose for saying all that is that this may seem like a kind of small room, and we're kind of wondering, okay, well, what are we really going to get out of this thing? Well, I'm here to tell you that if you go out and try to do one of these things, like, it is possible to turn this into something. And hopefully that sense of we're going to make it happen is what we see tonight. So with all that said, let me tell you the format of this. As you can tell, it's really casual. So here's what happens. Basically, you get 10 minutes. And this is kind of right about where I'm standing. This is your stage. And in that 10 minutes, you get to tell us about your idea, whatever it might be. Now, you can actually tell us about a specific idea that you have, something you want to do, something you want to build, a company you want to start, an organization you want to start, any of those kinds of things. Or, if it hasn't quite gelled that much, you can just tell us about a trend that you've identified. I have seen that the education market is moving into online video, and I don't really have a specific idea for that, but that's kind of what I've seen. that's fine too. It doesn't have to be anything that's fully baked. It doesn't have to be anything that you've even spent more than 5 minutes thinking about. If you are making it up on the spot, that is totally fine too. And frankly, if we get a few more beers, that might just happen. So don't feel any pressure that this thing has to be really well formed or anything like that. This is intended to be a forum for entrepreneurs to present ideas they have for new products and companies. And I underscore that word ideas because that's all this is. So no pressure, nothing like that. Just get up here, have fun, and let's see where the conversation takes us. So as I said, you have 10 minutes. My recommendation is you really want to use like maybe 3, 4, 5 minutes to tell us about your idea. And the rest of the time, what we're going to do is actually kind of kick it around. And by that I mean we're going to discuss it, debate it, say, oh yeah, that sounds cool, I would use it. Tell us what, everyone's going to give you their feedback on it and tell you what they honestly think. And the advantage to you of that is that you get a really unbiased viewpoint on how good or not good this idea is, or how much people think that they would use it, or any of those kinds of things. There's really only one cardinal rule in this room, which is there's no such thing as a bad idea. So if somebody gets up here and tells you about something that you don't particularly care for, there is no throwing beer bottles at them, there is no throwing ice or your laptop or something else, or storming out in a huff or any of that. Like, we're not going to do that. Be respectful, give everybody their time to tell you about what they're passionate about, and likewise they'll give you theirs. So that is about it for the announcements, and with that we're going to get started. So we need a guinea pig. Who wants to go first? Do we have any takers? If nobody raises their hand, I'm just going to call on somebody. So it might as well be somebody raising their hand and taking a risk if they want to do something.
So what happens with the video?
Okay, so the video is right in the back. Basically what we do at the end of this is, hopefully tomorrow if I'm very productive, we're going to edit all the videos. We upload those to our YouTube channel. You might see it flashing around on this little trailer that's playing or was playing. Those are yours to do with what you want. You can download them from our YouTube channel. You can put them on your Facebook page, on your blog, use it however you want to, or not use it at your discretion.
So they're available to everybody?
Available to everybody. Our YouTube channel is youtube.com/IdeakickSF. It's also linked to from our website. Now, with that, who wants to go first?
Do they get published in here? I mean, do you publish them yourself? Or?
When you say publish, I mean we upload them. Yeah,
Okay.
That's about it.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're yours to do with what you want.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure you can just download them from our YouTube channel. You've done this, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's not hard, right?
No.
Okay. He knows how to do it. All right, well, I'm going to call on somebody in 3, 2, all right, boom. Thank you, Will.